Hi, my name is Daphne Marsters. I'm the single parenting expert and the author to the book Parenting 101, The Single Parent's Musical Guide to Live Your Dreams, and its companion, Journal Your Journey 1. If you have a copy of this book, then turn your page to page 4 and 5, and I will be sharing with you a bit of insight into absent parent phenomenon. So if you don't have a copy of this book, then grab yourself a copy at the bottom of the link of this video at the book's website, Parenting 101, thebook.com. So if you're a single parent, at times you may hear of the word single parent being spread around, and sometimes it's actually not that positive, especially when there's some talk about, what are some of the not so good things for your children, and what their future would be like and all that kind of stuff. Most of the times the things that you see are people who are writing or saying things, and they're pretty much just saying stuff because that's what they've heard, or that's what they've researched or looked at. I won't say research, but that's what they found on the internet, and so they just repeat what is being said without actually looking into the information that clearly. So what I say in the book is that whatever you do in life, that is, so what you do today will be the outcome for your tomorrow. So being a single parent or raising children as a single parent does not determine the outcome of your life. And what I wanted to share with you, if you've got the book and you turn to pages 4 and 5, you will see there that the information is actually quite unfair for your children. So what some people are writing is that your children will be raised in poverty. Your children will be raised in less desirable neighborhoods. Your children will have less resources, which means that you as a single parent won't be able to provide to them as much as what other parents would. That your children will have emotional and behavioural problems. Your children will have less adult supervision. They will be at high risk of sexual abuse. They'll be at high risk of using drugs and alcohol. They'll be at high risk of low education, even more high risk, to drop out of school. They will be at high risk of joining gangs and being in violent crimes. And, when they get into adulthood, they're also likely to get a divorce. And I think one of the most scariest things that I've read is that, your children will be at high risk of committing suicide. Now, as a single parent, that can be quite scary. And what I say to you is do your best not to allow information like that to actually affect you or affect your children. Keep on reminding yourself that you're an amazing parent, and that there are many other single parents out there in the world, like myself and many other people, that have lived their dreams and have worked towards having a wonderful life. Now, one of the big ones is that you may not even know that there's some people that you see quite often, either on TV or in movies, or you may even listen to some of their music. They are actually single parents, single mothers and fathers out there that are doing a lot of great things for, and contributing to the world. But some of them also may have been raised by single parents. So I decided to draw up a list of these people, and that you may just remind yourself every now and then that they're living their dreams, they're living their life, they're doing the things that they're wanting to do, and they've become successful at it, and so can you and your children. So let's start off with the single mum celebrities out there. So we've got Sandra Bullock, we've got Michelle Williams, we've got Minnie Driver, we've got Liv Tyler, and we've got many other more single mums. Halle Berry, the actor the actor and model to X-Men and Bond girl, she's a single mum. Now, some of the stories you may hear that I'll just be sharing with you, you may actually relate yourself to that, and just think, hey, these guys went through this, and so am I. So at the end of the day, I can still go ahead and do what I want to do in life, and and use some of these people as your role model. So yeah, Halle Berry, what she did was, you know, she was married to this guy and she was a stepmom to his 3 kids. That didn't work out. He cheated. She went on and secretly adopted her son. And then we have Kate Winslet, who also is an actress, and she acted in Titanic. She had 2 children, you know, to her husband, her director husband, and like now she, you know, single parents as well. There's Kate Hudson, the actress to How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Brides Wars. She's a single mum as well to her son, and she co-parents, you know, with the son's father. What she says is happy parent, happy baby. And they've got Britney Spears. Britney Spears, she went through a pretty tough time initially, you know, and she's a single mum too. And there's Sheryl Crow, the singer and songwriter. She had a relationship with the cyclist Lance Armstrong. He didn't want to have kids. He split with her. She went on and, you know, unfortunately she had breast cancer. She survived from that. And then after that, she ended up adopting 2 children, 2 boys. You know, then we've got awesome single dads that also are celebrities. My most favourite is Usher. So Usher is the R&B singer, and he went on, you know, and fought a really, really long custody battle. And I know that there's a lot of single dads out there that, you know, to me, single dads, they go through just as much a hard time, even more so, especially when courts and that are not seeing that you have much rights. So if you're a single dad out there and you've got your children, then, you know, rock on and like live your life with your kids. So then we've got Al Pacino. Did you know that Al Pacino was a single dad? But yeah, he was single dad for his three children. First daughter he raised on his own, and the next 2 are twins, and you know he's co-parenting them with their mother, Beverly D'Angelo. Then we've got Bob Geldof. He's a hero, that guy. I mean, he had his 3 girls. His wife ran off with one of Australia's own, Michael Hutchinson. Then, you know, then he adopted their children after they had passed, or their daughter after they had passed away, Tiger Lily. Then we've got Prince Charles. So he's on this list as a single dad, and he, you know, I mean, he's a single dad, but his wife, Princess Diana, she was a single mum first until she unfortunately passed away. And the very good thing about, you know, his 2 boys is that both the parents have absolutely loved them. Then we got Ricky Martin, and you know, we all know that Ricky Martin came out of the closet, but you know, at the same time, he wanted to have children, so you know, he chose the option of surrogacy. Got Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a World Cup soccer player. He's a single dad. And then we've got Johnny Depp, became a single dad. Liam Neeson, the actor, is a single dad as well. But did you know that Lenny Kravitz is a single dad? So yeah, and one thing I love about his quote is that he wrote, he said that the purpose of his relationship with his wife is that they were young, but the main purpose was that, you know, they were there to bring in their daughter Zoe into the world. You know, then we have single parents who raised children, and these children had grown up to do wonderful things in their life. Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt's wife, she was raised by a single mum. Kanye West, also by a single mum. Keanu Reeves, he was raised by his single mum. And then Jodie Foster, did you know that she was raised by a single mum as well? Father abandoned her mum, and you know, mum raised her on her own. Then we've got Selena Gomez. So Selena Gomez, her mum was 16 when she had her, and look at Selena now, you know. And like, I mean, one thing about her is that her mum really, really struggled financially while she was raising Selena. You know, then we've got Halle Berry. And like Halle Berry, she was raised by her mother, and from 4 years old, and yeah, she's had very, very little contact with her father. And then we've got Oprah Winfrey, who also was, you know, was raised by her single mom, and then later on raised by her single grandmother. Eva Mendes, she was raised by a single mum as well. Did you know Leonardo DiCaprio? He was raised by his single mum. Kelly Clarkson, rapper Jay-Z, Beyonce's husband, was raised by a single mother, and his father abandoned them. You know, then we've got 50 Cent. He was raised by a single mum. That's the rapper guy, and his mum sold cocaine to make ends meet. You know, so there's Eminem was also raised in poverty by his single mum. Demi Moore, Pierce Brosnan, Alicia Keys, Sean Combs, Samuel L. Jackson. All these guys were raised by their single mum. Then we've got celebrities that were raised by their single dads. So we've got Madonna was raised by her single dad. Jane Fonda, Rosie O'Donnell, the comedian. Paul McCartney, the Beatles star. And then we've got like Robert Redford, Mike Tyson. Did you know that Mike Tyson, when he was 16, his mother passed away, and his guardian was his actual trainer, Custody Amato. Yeah, he became his legal guardian. Then we've got Patricia Heaton, the actor in the show Raymond. She was raised by her single dad. And Maya Rudolph was also the actress. She was raised by her single dad. And Aretha Franklin, from 6 years old, she was raised by her single dad. So someone tell me that not having a parent in your life or being a single parent determines that, you know, you're going to have a terrible life. If anything, I think being a single parent and raised you know, and a child being raised in a single parent home, as long as the both of you, you and your child, both have set dreams and you work towards those dreams, then at the end of the day, it's the actions that you put in place every single day that will determine where you will be in 5, 10, 20 years time. So that's the information for single parents. If you ever think that, you know, your outcome for you and your children is not going to be great, then every now and then when you pick up a magazine or you watch a movie and you see some of these celebrities, you know, they're rocking Hollywood, they're rocking the music world, and you would not even know that they were single parents, or they're raising their you know, they were raised by single parents. So many blessings to you and your children. I look forward to spending more time with you on these daily insights for the book, Parenting 101, The Single Parent's Musical Guide to Live Your Dreams. Grab yourself a copy. See you tomorrow.